So what's up, everyone? It is your girl Gel Beauty 87 here, aka Grace, and today we're gonna get into the best products I've tried so far in 2022. So I filmed one of these last year and I guess you all liked it okay, so I figured I'd do it again this year. So we're gonna start off with the foundation, concealer, primer, and powder aspect of it. And let's get into it because I got a whole bunch of stuff as usual. I ran off and left a powder in my bathroom, so I might include that in the part with the blushes, the lipsticks, the bronzers, and other things like that because I just forgot and I just realized it's not here now, so I can't do anything about that. Like I said, let's get started. So I only have a couple of primers, so it shouldn't take that long with the primers. I haven't tried too many primers. I think I've only tried 3 new primers this year. Don't quote me. But I have the Diypansy Yummy Skin Glow Serum. I don't know if you consider this a primer. I consider it a primer, so that's why I'm including it here. This stuff is amazing. Like, mixed with her foundation is the ultimate glow from within. Yummy your skin, but better. But, you know, coverage that you can handle. It's absolutely wonderful. This whole line is wonderful. And spoiler alert, the whole line is in here. So, just so you know, you will see the liquid powder and the foundation later, or serum foundation later. But this stuff is amazing. I absolutely love it. But since this is a primer, that's what we're putting in. It's amazing. It gives you a nice glow, feels nice and hydrating on the skin, and it blends into my skin tone. I feel like really nice with the color that I chose, since she has 2 colors. I forgot the name of the color I chose and I already threw it on the bed, so it's too late. It's too late. Next, I have the Natasha Denona High-Gen Skin Glass. Now, I know some controversy around this product because I heard she stole from a small minority-owned brand, like the way she wrote Skin Glass on it or whatever. And she said in the future it wouldn't say that. But the product is really nice itself. Like, I literally had this on yesterday. I like to put it on, and then I'll put like the Diypansy, what is it? The cream to powder thing and balm she has. I put that on top because we know I have oily combination skin, so me being out here just wearing that is not going to suffice unless I'm using really mattifying powder. And somehow it still has a glow in through the skin, and it does feel pretty hydrating, and then it just gives a nice glow over the skin, which I really like about it. So I love using that. I'm actually wearing Hydro Grip right now, but I'm trying to use up my Hydro Grip over the summer before it gets too old and starts breaking my skin out, and I shouldn't be using it on my face. So it's not that I don't want to use that more, it's just I have to be realistic about what I'm using, and I pay these coins, so we need to use them. Okay, I guess I should start off with my honorable mention when it comes to foundation, because I'm me, so I gotta have an honorable mention, right? And some of these products they didn't come out in 2022. It's only one thing that didn't come out in 2022 that I'm talking about, just because I love it so much. But yeah, so let's get into the last primer, because I use this as a primer. You can use it for several things, but I told y'all the rest of the Diypansy is gonna be here. So this is the Blurring Balm Powder. I have the shade 8. I like to use this as a primer on my face personally, because I didn't feel like it gave enough coverage. So what I'll do is you see my little runs all throughout here. I use it as a primer. I'll rub it all over my face to prime my face. It does actually give a little bit of coverage depending on how much you use. I've used the light hand when I first tried it, and that's what I told you on the video. I didn't feel like it gave coverage. But when you use a lot more, it gives you coverage. So I like it for priming. I think it does a great job with that. I think it does an excellent job with oil control. And it looks really nice and pretty on the skin, and it gives a glow just like all the other products from that line do. Now let's get into my honorable mention. I feel like I have a couple honorable mentions, but we'll see. This is the Kosas Revealer Skin Improving Foundation. I wear the shade Deep Warm 370. It's a deep with golden undertones. Okay, so it's not like I don't like this product. It's just more of so many wonderful foundations came out this year, so to me this one was just okay. It wasn't exceptional, and if you're talking about the best, I wouldn't put this in the best. It's good, but it's not the best out of all the foundations I've tried this year. However, I didn't want to put it in the worst because I don't think it's that bad. It's just more of, with all the things I tried this year, this one was just okay compared to all the other foundations you're about to see. But I did want to mention it just in case you were curious on my thoughts on it. It's not bad. It's just I have other things that I feel like do way better than it. So that's why this is just going to go under okay, which is why it's an honorable mention when it comes to the foundation. Okay. Now, I'm surprised y'all with a couple of these things. So some of them I told y'all at first, I was like, this is the worst foundation I ever tried. So it's a mess. It's this, it's that. And then I found ways to maneuver and make it work, and now I like it just fine. I wouldn't say it's the best either though, but I mean, it's a new product I tried this year, and I wouldn't declutter it from my collection. So those things are going to be coming up later on. But I have the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. Y'all know I should wear the shade Macau. I wear the shade Macau and all NARS Complexion products. This foundation is really nice. I like to mix it in with the matte one they came out with the year before, the Soft Matte Velvet, I believe it's called. So what I'll do is I'll take 2 pumps of this, and I'll just squeeze a random amount out of that, because if you all remember, that one doesn't have a pump on it, and then it'll look great because it gives that light reflecting look to the skin. But then I get the matteness that I need because I have oily combination skin. So this is perfect for that, and I absolutely love it for that. So that's why I'm loving this. Now on its own, I didn't prefer it on its own. I have to mix it in just because it's a little too light of coverage for me, and I still do have a lot of dark spots over here, not to mention the hyperpigmentation that's around my mouth here with the stash situation. So I don't like to use this on its own personally, but I feel like if you have like normal to dry skin, you'd like to use it on its own. It's just for oily combination people like me, or oily people like me, we can't do that. So I'm being realistic. I just tell you the tea, girl. Okay, so next, I guess we should just round out Mrs. Danessa Myers here with the Yummy Serum Foundation. Sorry, Yummy Skin Serum Foundation. I wear the shade 18G in this. This stuff is absolutely stunning. I plan on using this a lot during the summer, so I wouldn't be surprised if I have to buy another one next summer, because I'm going to try to get through some other foundations too. But I was loving this one the most. I feel like this is the most skin-like and gorgeous combination with all 3 of the things that come from her line. This just looks stunning when you use all 3. Like, that's one of my favorite pictures to this date that I've taken this year, was with this foundation on, along with the serum. It's just stunning. Absolutely wonderful. 10 out of 10. It feels hydrating on the skin. It's just a whole vibe. And I'm not one who's for your skin but better makeup, but honey, I'll take that, Danessa. Thank you. I sure will. Next I have the Charlotte's Beautiful Skin Foundation. I love this stuff. This is shade 14 Neutral. Again, this is when I mix with her other foundation. So when the brand has a matte full coverage foundation and then they come up with a glowy foundation, I usually just mix them together because I feel like it gives someone like me with oily combination skin the best of both worlds. So her Airbrush Flawless Filter Foundation and the shade, I think it's 13 Neutral, I mixed with 14 Neutral in this shade, and they both work out perfectly for me because I get the glow from within that I want with this foundation, but at the same time I still get the matte that I need in order to survive. So this is a great foundation. I might go through this one over the summer as well, because I have certain ones I just plan on reaching for the entire summer. I feel like that'll be wonderful. But summer is like the shortest time here in Chicago, so I might not get through both of them. We'll see how that goes. Let me pop up one that I feel like you'll be surprised about. So we have the Dior, what is Forever Transfer Proof 24-Hour Foundation, High Performance Concentrated Floral Skincare with Sunscreen. I wear the shade 6, I believe 6N in all Dior foundations. So I wear 6N in the face and body. I wear 6N in this, and then I wear 6N in the glowy one that they came out with I think in 2021, that they didn't have enough shades for everybody's skin tone, that I think they added shades on this year. I'm not sure, but I have that one as well. I found a way to make this work. I have to put a whole bunch of that yellow color in it from e.l.f. that I showed you all, that I told you I was going to use with this when I wore it on my own, and that's the only way I like this foundation. I mean, I have to squirt just as much of that as I do of this foundation out in order for it to work, and the problem is because it's in a squeezy tube and this is a pump, I don't know how much that is. Sometimes I think I make it a little too light, but the foundation is good overall, and I really like it once I do that. The only thing is, the only thing I don't like about it is I have to do that. But since I bought it, I'm going to finish it up. Now, I probably won't buy it again just because I know I'm going to have to buy the extra product and do the extra step. And that's already, I think, like a $50-some foundation. So, I don't feel like I should have to do all that. But, I mean, it does have a nice finish. And it does work really nice. It's just, I'm not going to buy it again. Okay, let's get the combination out the way. So the LYS collection, I bought the LYS Triple Fix Serum Foundation this year. I know it came out last year. I wore the shade DG7, and then the concealer I would shade DG3. Now the only thing I'll say about this, like everybody else, like I don't know why the doe foot has like this itty bitty hole it comes out of, but this concealer is amazing. Like I wouldn't be surprised if I use this up as well, because I like to use this with the Danessa Myers foundation. I feel like they look beautiful together. Not that this doesn't look beautiful with it, obviously it was made to go with it, so they both look stunning together. This wears really nice on skin. Like when I'm wearing these things, I don't feel like I have on makeup on my face. Sometimes I'll be touching my face and I realize I have on makeup because they just feel that nice. The same with the Danessa Myers one, the same with the Charlotte Tilbury one, and the same with the NARS. when I have all those foundations on, it doesn't feel like I have anything on my face. Like I'll be touching my face forgetting that there's makeup on my face, because they're not those heavy cakey feeling products that you're used to having. So I can appreciate that, and these are absolutely stunning. This does so much wonderful brightening underneath the eyes, and it's the favorite, and it's my kind of color. Y'all know it's that same color as that Marc Jacobs concealer, what was foundation and concealer. That's my type of shade when it comes to concealers. I absolutely love shades like that. And then you can put like a nice powder underneath it that matches it and just gives you that gorgeous brightness underneath. Or if you prefer a beige powder, you can put that underneath and you'll still have a little bit of the yellow undertone underneath that matches your natural yellow undertone in the certain places that you highlight on your face. I just think it's an absolutely stunning product. Let's turn into the one drugstore product that made it in here when it comes to cream foundations. I have the Thread Beauty foundation stick here. Mine is in the shade 130, which is medium warm golden. Y'all, I have used this quite a bit. Look how much is missing. Like, for somebody who doesn't really use stick foundation, I feel like that's a big deal. I have been loving this product. It's another one I plan on using in the summertime a lot. As we are in the summer, I plan on that being like my go-to foundation when I don't feel like trying to squirt out the pumps and do all that and I'm in a rush to get to work. I'm gonna rub it all over my face, buff it in, and I know I'm gonna look fabulous regardless. That and the Westman Atelier one I feel like always make me look fabulous regardless. The Huda one does as well, and those are only 3 stick foundations I own, but that's the reason I own them, because it's like I want to be able to rub it in quick and look absolutely fabulous without having to try too hard. And all 3 of the ones I just named do that, but that was the one that came out this year, so I felt the need to share it. Absolutely stunning. I'm so glad to own it. Now we're gonna get back to my high-end bougie stuff, because we know that's just who I am. We need to have all the high-end bougie things. So let's get to the rest of it. So we got my Diypansy Prism Libre Skincare Matte Foundation. I wear the shade W420. Now y'all know I'm skeptical about buying this, because I was like, I don't know about Diypansy. When they had came out with their first foundation, like the shade range was not the business at all. And the second one they came out with was the glowy one. And then they finally came out with this one. That's when I was like, okay, I'll try it, because it came out during the Sephora sale, so I went ahead and bought it. I didn't buy it before the Sephora sale, even though it came out before the Sephora sale, because I was like iffy about if I wanted to be bothered. I was iffy about if you all actually want to see a video on it. So I ended up putting in a video with a whole bunch of other stuff I bought from Sephora, and I guess you all liked it okay, because you all watched it, so thank you. Maybe I'll do some of those more often, because I do have a few new products I just ordered from Sephora that I figured we could try out in like a get ready with me type thing. I gotta figure out what I want to talk about though, because I'm like, I don't know. I was thinking about talking about the Housewives of Dubai, because myself and my friend Joey have like been watching it. He told me he was gonna watch it, so I will like get the details from him on what he thought of it. And I'm gonna watch it over the weekend when I'm off work, since Adriangameover will be his dad. So I'm just like, yes. But this one was really good, and it really surprised me, because I had never tried anything from Diypansy, because they wasn't really making stuff anybody who looks like me. So when they did, and it was something that I liked, I was like, okay, maybe I should actually look at them. But they're gonna actually have to make more stuff that works for people that look like me, or else I ain't gonna be able to look at you if you ain't making nothing to work for me. Just saying. Next is a new brand I had never tried that I tried this year. This is Rose Inc. They came out with a concealer. I don't have the box, I don't remember what the name of the concealer is, and it doesn't say anywhere on this packaging. It literally just says concealer at the bottom, made in the USA. I have the shade LX130. I bought this during the Sephora sale as well. As a matter of fact, I tried this out with the Diypansy foundation, and it surprised me. At first, I was like, I didn't know how I felt about it, but I really like this. I've used it quite a bit, considering all the new complexion products I have. This is one of the ones I've been reaching for a lot, and it makes me curious to try more stuff from the brand. But because they seem like they're more of one of those, you know, what do you call them, crap, what is the name of them, one of those like minimalist brands that like is your skin but better type thing. I think that's why I didn't really try anything or really like check for them at all, because I heard about their foundation. They had like little pebbles in it. It was supposed to be a little pigment or something like that, and I was like, yeah, no. But this concealer is actually really good. So if you want to try something from the brand, I would suggest you try the concealer. Again, mine is in LX130 if you use me as a shade reference. I like the brightness that it gives underneath the eyes, and I thought it was a really nice color, and the formula is pretty good. So next I have, and I feel like this is going to be in a lot of people's if you try this complexion product, this is the Makeup Forever HD Skin in the shade 4Y60. or it used to be the shade Y503. They changed their shades around because they said they didn't have any neutral shades. They used to have just warm tones and cool tones, so they wanted to get some neutral tones in between for people who had neutral undertones, so that's why they changed their shades around. I usually wear the shade Y505 if anyone was curious. I forgot what the name of that new shade is, but I did give you all swatches in that video. I'll try to remember to link it up above because I did swatches of the shade I used to wear. I did swatches of this shade, and then I think I got a shade that was one shade darker than the Y505 shade. I honestly don't remember. That came out a while ago, but this looks like your skin but better on the face. Again, it's like it's like neck and neck with the Diypansy, and I love the Diypansy. And the funny thing is, I don't usually like Makeup Forever foundations like from their HD line. I didn't like the original HD. Well, I don't know why I keep saying it because I didn't try it. I didn't like the Ultra HD they came out with the black top on it. I like the matte one okay, and I love this one. This is my absolute favorite one from them. Like this one, and then the matte one would be second because I like the way this just looks like skin, and then you can use a nice setting powder on it to make it give full coverage for where it's lacking, along with concealer, because I feel like that's like a medium to full coverage type thing, and I don't want to put on too much and look cakey and then it not, you know, be what I want it to be and what I'm used to it being. So let me just leave that there. We only got 2 concealers left and 2 powders left, and then I told y'all I have to show you the next powder in the blush bronzer highlighter video, because y'all know that's gonna have to be a whole nother video because I talk entirely too much and too long for this show. Not to mention it's like 533 different bronzers to talk about. Girl, it's a lot, and nobody got time for that. Okay, we don't. But yeah, so let's get into these. So I got 2 more concealers. Now this one I feel like you should be shocked about, because when I first talked about the video I was talking about how I was feeling, I wasn't liking it. It was the wrong color for me. I assume that's why I didn't like it, and I said that in the video, so it wasn't like I was trying to down the thing. It was just more of I didn't like the color. So this is the, what is that, Good Apple, what does this say? Good Apple Lightweight Full Coverage Concealer in the shade Tan 162. Now when I originally bought it, I bought a shade that was like really close to my skin tone. I think it was like maybe 2 shades off of my skin tone. But looking at it online, it was hard for me to pick. And if you all remember, I got mine before, like they had actually had the displays out for you to look at them. But for some reason, Kohl's was selling it before you were actually supposed to get it. So that's how I ended up with this concealer ahead of time. And a few people didn't like my review because I was like, I didn't like the color. But it's like I didn't like the color, I'm not gonna lie. So I like the color of this one though. This one works a whole lot better for me, and it actually gives really good coverage, and it sits on the skin really well. But it's one of those that's like the Jaclyn Hill one, so it dries down kind of quick, so you can't let it sit for a long time. Not that I let concealer sit for a long time, but I feel like it just dries down quicker than I would like, because I like to leave it underneath the eyes and like bring down my cream bronzer and then come back and do it. And I feel like if you do that for too long with this, it'll be hard to blend. So just keep that in mind with this. That's the only thing that I feel like is a downside about this. But otherwise, I feel like it's fine. It works nice, and you know, it's a good product. So that's why I went ahead and talked about it. The last concealer I had to talk about is expensive as hell. I was mad as hell that I liked it because I'm talking about it's expensive. I blame Morgan Turner for this purchase because she was sprayed and talked about how wonderful it was, and even she was complaining about the price of it. And it's like, I don't usually complain about luxury makeup prices, but to me this was outrageous for a concealer. This is the Tom Ford Shea and Illuminate Concealer. I have the shade 5WO Tan, so I have 5 Warm Olive Tan. This concealer is absolutely stunning, amazing, beautiful, wonderful. For all the glowy looks you wearing this summer with all those glowy foundations I just showed you, you need this concealer. But the good thing is, if you're my skin tone, they have it at the Company Cosmetics store. So if there's a Company Cosmetics store near you, you need to go and you need to try to find this and grab as many as you can, because honey, I love this concealer. And it's on sale right now on, I think, Nordstrom's or Saks Fifth Avenue or Bloomingdale's, one of them, for like $75. I'm like, where's that a sale? That's outrageous. I wish it was a Company Cosmetics store near me so I could get another one, because I love this concealer. I love this color. And once I use it up, it's like I don't plan on buying it again because it's so outrageously priced. I'd have to catch it on sale again, because I think I caught this one on sale. Or either I bought it because I was on vacation. I was feeling bougie and fancy, and I was in a Nordstrom's where I could actually see a shade and swatch it. I think that's what happened, because remember when I went to Vegas in February, I bought this then. So I think it was just I saw it in store and I could afford to get it because I was on vacation and thought I was bougie, and I was happy to actually be able to see the shades in store, because order online is different than getting it in store. So I think that's what like kind of pushed me along to buy it, because otherwise I don't know that I would necessarily bought it, because it's so damn expensive, girl. It's hot. Oh Lord. So we're gonna talk about powders now. I only have two powders. Like I said, I forgot to bring one with me. My bad. But we're going to start off with the Westman Atelier Vital Press Skincare Powder. I have the shade Cafe. This is the deepest shade it comes in. This thing is tiny as hell, but girl, it's $75. $75 for this baby ass powder. You better see it and just probably gonna be offended for me if I can never get it open. I got it. Like, I feel like my packaging is difficult to open. As you can see, mine is well loved. Look how dirty and disgusting it is. But I've been testing it out for you all because I didn't put it in the Complexion Corner video yet. So I actually have all this stuff here to film Complexion Corner with over the weekend too. So I'm gonna try to get all that done Friday, and then I gotta go home because Adriangameover has to go out with his friends Saturday. Hopefully, I haven't heard back from his friend's mom yet, so I don't know. But this stuff is absolutely stunning, and I have been using it quite a bit because it cost me a pretty coin. It's a really nice powder. I don't necessarily think it's worth the price point, and I don't know if I'm necessarily buy it again. I wanted to try it for underneath the eyes too, but I was like, you gotta think, it's $75 for that, and $75 for the one that goes underneath my eyes. Paying all that. Who has those type of coins? Gas, $6 a gallon. I don't have type of coins. So we're not doing that. But during the Sephora sale, I might be tempted. And if I do buy it, mind your business. Okay? You're gonna mind your business. You're gonna do what my mom says and tend to your individual business. Because me buying a $75 powder on sale for $60 to put into my eyes is not your business. Okay? No. But the last thing I have to talk about is the infallible, what is this? 24-hour Freshware Foundation in a powder. I have the shade, I think it's Cocoa? Sorry, Copper. I have the shade 365 Copper. That's the shade I wear in the foundation too. I think it's called Deep Copper in the foundation though. But this is what the powder looks like. This powder is actually really nice on the skin. I love to put this on top of that foundation and that concealer. So I like to use that whole line together. But I think I have used this with other drugstore foundations, and I think I might have used it with some high-end foundations too, just to see how it worked. I think it's a really good powder. I think it gives a decent amount of coverage for what it is. Now, I've never tried it as a foundation powder on its own, just because I don't do stuff like that. But oh wait, no, it's one more powder I'm supposed to use. Is it in here? I wanted to talk about the e.l.f. foundation powder, even though I never, yeah, here it is. Even though I've never reviewed it on my channel. I made a video for it. I forgot what I did with the footage, and by the time I found it, it was like too late, and you know, y'all wouldn't care. But this is the e.l.f. Camo Powder Foundation. I wear the shade Deep 540 Neutral. This is what it looks like on the inside. I like to use this with my True Skin from Catrice. I think it looks really nice with that. I think I've tried it with some other drugstore foundations too, like the what is it, the Born to Glow from NYX. That's a really good foundation. I think it goes really nice with that too, because it gives extra coverage to that glowy foundation along with the concealer. This is just a really nice foundation powder. I would recommend you try it out if you're interested and are into more drugstore makeup than high-end makeup, because I can understand high-end makeup is expensive. But those are all the foundation, concealers, and powders that I have here, because I left the Say powder at home. That's the powder I was going to tell you about, the Say Illuminating Translucent one. I think I have the medium shade. I think it looks stunning underneath the eyes. I'm tempted to get the concealer because Andrea Montanalo was raving about it, but from what I remember, Stephanie or Babs Beauty was saying how she didn't like it that much, and I usually have a lot of the same preferences she has when it comes to concealer. So that's why I've been kind of hesitant, but I'm like, I might end up getting it during the next Sephora sale that comes. I think that one comes, I think there's one that comes in August, don't quote me though. But those are all my recommendations for foundations, concealers, and powders and primers. The next one we'll get into is blushes, bronzers, highlighters, and I'll probably throw the lip products in there because I think I only have like 3. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds. I'll catch you guys in the next one. If you're curious what's on my eyes, it is the Daisy palette from Dose of Colors. Okay, be blessed, girl. Bye.